Well, this is going to be a slightly different vlog than normal because last night I suddenly got a phone call out of the blue from a fella who I'm sure you'll meet within the course of this video, inviting me down for corporate entertainment, pre-match entertainment, better seats, all that sort of thing for this game. It's not something I do very often, but I thought, well, I'll take up the opportunity to take advantage of this because it gives a slightly different insight to those who are not lucky enough to be able to do this. So completely out of the blue, instead of this being a match day vlog from in the away end with the City fans, this is going to be a match day vlog in and among those who have the opportunity to be able to do this, like me today. So I consider myself to be very, very lucky. Obviously down here at Southampton, it's been 4.5, 5 hour car journey to come down here to begin with. It's freezing cold. It's a game in theory City should win, but first and foremost this opportunity to watch City from a slightly different fan perspective today, so I hope you'll enjoy it with me. So in we go. Well, just before I go up to where I am in the ground today, it seems only appropriate to be here in the Matt Le Tissier suite and hear from Matt Le Tissier, who I spoke to about this game before I came down here today.
I'm a huge fan of watching individual players who can do something a little bit different to everyone else. And I understand the need for a team shape and team patterns of play and all that kind of stuff. But I think we shouldn't ever forget that football is an entertainment industry, and that's the way that I viewed it, and that's why I played football the way that I played football. I felt like people came and spent their hard-earned money, and they deserved to be treated to some kind of entertainment and not just a physical rough and tumble football match. I think it had to be. Nothing gave me more pleasure than doing something on a football pitch. And it might not even have led to a goal. It might just have been a little bit of skill that's got me past somebody. It might have been an exceptional piece of ball control. But when you do that and the whole stadium just breaks into a round of applause, it kind of gives you a very warm feeling and a feeling of satisfaction that, you've put a smile on these people's faces and you've done something that they'll be talking about tomorrow. And that was kind of one of the biggest things for me. So, yeah, I'd like to see, I still like to see individual brilliance in football matches. And if that is sometimes to the detriment of the team, then I think sometimes it's worth it because it puts entertainment value on, and that's what people spend their money on.
Well, I'm not in a lounge, not in the Matt Le Tissier lounge or any other lounge really. I'm actually in an executive box, which is a little further down there, past this shirt that looks a little bit Matt Le Tissier-ish. Thank you. So you're the guy that's invited me in here today. Tell me a little of your background, because you're a bit of City fan for a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been coincidentally today, I've been chatting to your pal Charlie, and we both started supporting City in 1955. That was my first game. I saw City lose to Newcastle in 1955, and I've been a fan ever since. In a way, I had no choice because we moved down from Scotland to my dad's family, all Blues. So I've been a Blue all that time. Yeah.
And you are a writer as well, a
Yeah.
screenplay writer.
Yeah, I write
You've
now.
done things to do with City. I've attended your
Yes, you have.
performances.
Yeah.
Tell me about them.
Well, what I did is, I'll tell you what I'm really interested in. I like football, but I'm also interested in why it is that, what makes me a City fan. And also with me, it's because of growing up in Manchester, the whole social history of it. Just being a City fan is part and parcel of living in Manchester. And I wanted to try and start to sort that out a bit through football. So one of the good ways to do it was to use City as a vehicle, I suppose. But my main motive was my adulation of Bert Trautmann. He, when I first watched him, idolised the man, even learnt German at school because of that. Was lucky to meet him a few times, and I wrote a play called RRG Bert, which was based on schoolboy banter when we used to pick sides. It was originally going to be called RRG Bert, you be Bobby, because somebody else was going to be Bobby Charlton and RRG Bert, but I was always in goal. So I wrote RRG Bert, and then I got into the city, and through talking to Gary James, yeah, he wanted me to do something about Mercer and Ellison. And I wanted to do something about the glory years as well. But the odd thing is about, and it sounds really weird to say it, Ellison, for a drama writer, is difficult because his life was out there. There was nothing about him for me to discover that people didn't know. But what I wanted to do was explore what it was like to be a City fan when I was about 16, 17, when the glory years arrived and we won the championship, you know. And I captured that in a play called Shalalala, which for City fans, you'll know the deal. When it comes to publishing it, it's quite difficult because I've also done a version of that for radio called Going for Goals. Because, of course, to an ordinary person, they wonder, why is it called Shalalala? I think I'm writing about the small faces. And then I've done another one about City 125 to celebrate 2019, because I got very fed up being told about this club I supported had no history. Again, Gary was very welcome there. And I was also going to tour last year with a play I'd written called What It Is to Be Blue, which was all about, you know, anecdotes from childhood. Anyway, I couldn't do that, so what we did, turned it into a book, and it's available in book form. And it's a different kind of football book, I suppose, because it's really written to be performed. But that's been good fun. And so I've done a lot about City, but on the wider theme, I like to write about my days growing up in Manchester.
The menu today, on our starters, is your usual football meal, which is a cured chalk stream trout, the hot smoked chalk stream, beetroot and gin cured chalk stream, crayfish cocktail, fennel cracker bread, lemon mayonnaise, caper berries, fennel and samphire slaw. I gotta say, just give me a Balti pie any day of the week. I work for KBE Drinks, or Kingfisher Beer, and Kingfisher Beer is the official beer partner of Southampton. So obviously when the fixtures come out and the City game comes up, I quite happily say, look, I'll host the box for that. I don't mind, you know, I'll do it. So yeah, we're here today. Exactly, yeah, it's a hard role, but somebody's got to do it, yeah.
So on a typical match day, you know, do you have this box full of fans? Is it about networking among companies? Are there people who come in this box who are not really interested in football? How does that typically work over a season?
Yeah, so it's a real nice blend that we do get here. So clearly the first people you want to invite are, you know, customers or people you do business with that firstly have an interest in either Southampton or the team that they're playing. That doesn't always work like that. As I say, we have people, you know, we work with that come here that, you know, support clubs from all over. Like today, for example, we've got some guys in here, Chesterfield supporters. We've got a lady in here, she's coming and she supports Liverpool. So yeah, we will let her in just about. But yeah, it is blind. But yeah, genuinely, you want people here that clearly have got an interest in football and will enjoy the day.
I mean, there's a lot of people who'll be watching this video who look at this as a sort of prawn sandwich brigade, and obviously we're going to get nice food, and funnily enough, I think those are prawns, aren't they?
They are, yeah. So you will be a few sandwiches, and yeah, I do always sort of wine my mates up, so I'm in the prawn sandwiches today. But yeah, it's a nice way to do it. I mean, it's sort of, you know, once, twice a season, but yeah, in general, in a strange way, you know, I prefer probably watching football, you know, with the fans. It's good today, we're quite near the City fans, so I'll be able to wave across and see a few familiar faces, and yeah, but it is clearly, yeah, a nice way to do it, and obviously a few Kingfishers is perfect on a match day. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at, you know, obviously free bar, free food, programme, match ticket, yeah, you're certainly looking at a few £100 in today's world, aren't you? So,
Well, thank you.
You're more than welcome. Let's just hope we see City win anyway.
Well, Carruthers is always thought of in English. If you live down south, you say Carruthers, Johnson Carruthers. I think it's Scottish origin.
So are you a Southampton or a City fan? Or?
Totally neutral. My background's sort of rugby, really. So yeah, no preference. I think I like to see the underdog come through. So maybe Southampton would be my preference today.
And is your main reason for being here today networking and mixing with the company you're hosting? Yeah?
Yes, my partner's involved in sort of the type of business line that Kingfisher or KG. So yeah, it's just didn't know we were coming until yesterday. So it's a nice surprise, real treat.
Using my influence as a proper Mancunian, unlike some of these in here, to get myself down here and watch the Blues.
As a proper Blue, then, do you come here expecting a win, or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like we're in amazing form at the minute. We should definitely do the business here today. If we get an early goal, I definitely think we could have 3 or 4 on the cards here today. I'm sort of expecting Jack Grealish to do a bit of something today. I think he's due a good game and due a good goal, so I think he'll do something today.
Southampton have proved a bit of a thorn in City's side. Does that worry you?
No, because I seem to blank that out and just remember the good times, even from Kinclads's little dink at Main Road back in the day, and then obviously most recently to Jesus netting that 100 goal for us and doing the business on that day. So it's all just good memories for me for playing against Southampton.
So confident of a win then?
Yeah, definitely. I think we'll definitely do it today.
I'm just looking forward to seeing it. To be honest, I'm as a Chesterfield fan, I'm not used to watching this level of football. So just really looking forward to seeing it and seeing the football played at its most highest level.
Are you expecting City to win or Southampton? Or?
Yeah. If I'm honest, I think as an outsider looking in, I think the Premiership's pretty much wrapped up. I'd be amazed if City don't win it. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing the likes of De Bruyne and like I say, it's almost like a different sport to what I'm used to watching. So really looking forward to it.
What do you think today?
Should be a good win for City as we're top of the league.
So you think it'll be a few goals or comfortable?
I bet on a 3-0 win, so should be good, yeah.
James, you've been hosting us in here. Do you get a chance to watch the game?
Occasionally I can sort of look over. At half time we do get about 10 minutes off, but no, not really. Got to watch the highlights at home.
So you're a Southampton fan then?
Absolutely.
So it must be frustrating for you to be at the game.
I never get a chance to watch the home games, so it is a bit upsetting. My dad's got a season ticket as well, so he's in the Kingsland. But I never get a chance to go. That's a bit rubbish.
Are you hopeful today that City can be beaten?
No, I'm not, to be honest. They're probably one of the best teams in history. So I'm hoping our measly Southampton can maybe get a draw, if we're lucky.
Now, I believe you're our Liverpool fan.
I am indeed.
What's it like watching a team that look like they're going to be the champions this year?
Do you know what? I did think I really should be here, but I don't mind. All is fair in love with football.
Are you rooting for Southampton then today?
Yeah. As I do live in Portsmouth, which doesn't make any sense either, does it? That's the same as Liverpool and Man City. But yeah, Southampton today, although I absolutely fully appreciate they're not going to win.
Now from the box, a little box, where I can sit comfortably and watch the live show and then the game. It's match time. Let's see what happens today. Well, first half, the City completely dominated. Raheem Sterling should have scored. But Southampton with a very well taken goal. They played actually quite well and have gone toe to toe with City, which made it very difficult for them. I wonder if Pep's going to make changes at half time. Interested on this. It feels at the moment that it could go either way. I still feel at the moment though City are the better side. Let's see what happens. That's the great beauty of football. They're quite nil here.
in the end. I think we did enough to win it. Just at times I don't think we was patient enough in our build-up, but I don't think we could have done much more really. Like you can tell from the Southampton fans, that was a massive draw for them. Tough one to take sometimes.
Well, it says how far we've come. You think Southampton have won the European Cup here, celebrating a draw. This point we grounded out chance. I think we hit the post twice, maybe 3 times. Chances both halves. Hey, we've come a long way. We've had a draw. We're still unbeaten. We'll go again next week.
Who is the better team then?
Oh, City are absolute class. Absolute class as always. I thought Sterling had one of his off days. Should have scored in the first half. But in general, City the better side. Been a great day. But like I say, you know, you ain't going to win every single game in this league. It's the best league in the world. We'll take a draw and we'll move on to next week.
I've completely enjoyed the day. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable day, but as a supporter of a lower league, even a non-league side in Chesterfield, to watch a game like that, and I was looking forward to it all week, to see 2 Premiership teams go head to head, and yet it's literally been like watching a Premier League team play against someone out of the Championship or League One, because it's been a real eye-opener for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and coming as a neutral, where I really weren't bothered, in the end I was just desperate for City to win it, because I just thoroughly enjoyed watching them play, thoroughly enjoyed watching the way that they went at it, and yeah, I don't know, I enjoyed it, but just a bit disappointed that you know, Man City didn't win in the end.
You would imagine City are going to go on with their title, wouldn't you?
Oh, they've got to. They've got to win it. It's just sublime to watch. And now I've seen it in the flesh. Just underlines it. Sublime to watch.
So I didn't expect it, to be fair. Thought City were going to win, but as a Liverpool supporter, 2 games in hand, I'll take 1 point.
You still think you're in the title race?
No, I'm absolutely not. Not at all, but you know, you've got to take it where you can get it. Good game. Good game.
Oh, it's fabulous. I mean, once in every 10 years I see a game of soccer like that, and the fact that the domination over 90 minutes was it was more like 95 to 5%, but it was still a draw. In rugby, it'd be 100-0. It's just bonkers.
You enjoyed it?
Oh, I loved it. Real treat.
So as a Southampton fan, I don't know how much you saw of it, but what did you think of the game?
I didn't see a lot of it, but from the atmosphere I heard, it sounded pretty good, especially against the title challengers. A 1-1 draw is pretty good, I'd say.
So you're happy with that?
Very happy. I mean, we're going to celebrate it like a win. Yeah.
Thanks for looking after us.
Yeah, no worries. It's been lovely.
Bill?
Yeah.
I know how much you were looking forward to this. Did it meet your expectations?
Well, it did, Ian. I mean, frustration. Cheers, but it doesn't describe it. We're so in control, and I just get a bit depressed every time I see a team like that, like Southampton, just hoping for something on the break. You know, but then again, we're champions. You know, that's what we expect. You're not going to get teams going to come out and play open attacking football against us in a game like this. I'm listening to the Southampton fans here. You think they won a cup final? Says it all.
There's a drama in that for you. You love writing dramas.
There is actually, yeah, there is. Yeah, I'll do that. But I just thought. I mean, I've enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, I just thought if they'd have got another goal or just nicked one, that would have been. I'd have spoiled my year. That would have done. But no, point away from home. We're still there. You know.
Thanks for your hospitality.
Oh, yeah, that was very good. Hospitality's all right. Yeah, I'll have to do this more often.
So an away day at Southampton in a private box, watching City draw. I've been here many times to the Dell. The City fans making their voices heard here, despite not going away with the 3 points. Thanks very much to MusicMagpie, to Timpson and the RRG Group for supporting my vlogs. I really appreciate it. And of course, thanks to Bill and the people who hosted me in this box today. It'll be back to the normal place to be in 2 weeks' time, and we're going to cope without City for 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks' time for the FA Cup side against Fulham. Thanks very much for watching. During the break, I'm going to post 1 or 2 other videos up, so keep an eye on this channel. And of course, the audio podcast continues. Gary Owen is a special guest on this weekend. Last weekend it was very good as well, so check those out. They're on SoundCloud. And even today, even not a victory, isn't it great being a Blue? See you next time.